Ladies and gentlemen, just before I invite the Director General of Comhaltas, La Roche O'Murcu, onto the stage for a closing address, I'd like to draw your attention to a presentation which is going to happen just on the ground floor in front of me. A presentation from the Chairman of the Bands Forum, Darren Layton, to the Lord Lieutenant of Belfast, Fleadh J. O'Boyle. Now, before the final mass band march off, I'd like to invite onto the stage the Director General of Comhaltas, La Roche O'Murcu, for some closing remarks.
Thank you. How are you? Friends in music, I must say this has been an absolutely fascinating evening. And with a confluence of English and Irish blood in my veins, I must say I felt particularly at home here tonight. And when the church band struck up, "It's a long way to Tipperary," I'm coming from Tipperary, and I felt more at home, and I was humming the song to myself, and it said, "My heart lies there." But I can tell you, after the magic of this week, a very big part of my heart will remain in Belfast. Having played the drums in our own local pipe band for a number of years, I know full well the challenge it is to put a band together, to train them and to keep them together. Classes, uniforms, instruments, opportunity to perform, but I also know what a band means to a community. It gives them a sense of pride and a sense of their traditions as well. And some years ago, when I was a senator, I was pleased to host a delegation from the Ulster Scots tradition. And the purpose of that meeting was to compare notes, because we both had exactly the same challenges. Firstly, we had to ensure that the tradition didn't die for want of attention or want of input. And out of that meeting in Dublin, we kept in touch over the years, and I realized how much we had in common, and also how we could build bridges while respecting everyone's tradition. I was fascinated by the Highland dancing, and it brought back a very nice memory to me. 4 years ago, the future Queen and the future King visited our Comhaltas Cultural Centre in Cashel. And they had a very special request. Would we teach them some Irish dancing in front of the television cameras and let the world see it? And they were good. And I remember saying to the Prince at that particular time, "You have great rhythm." But he said, "I did Highland dancing, And again, I began to see similarities and bridges. And then a few months ago, when the King and Queen, their Majesties, came here to support the Fleadh, I had another chat with the King on that occasion. And he remarked to me that not only did he do Highland dancing, but he went to classes for Highland dancing. And I kept saying to myself, look, we all have the same challenges if we want to keep our distinctive culture, whatever that may be, and our traditions and our music alive. And to be able to speak at that level meant to me we have a lot of friends in high places. So when I spoke about the magic of Belfast, I think my first visit here was several years ago to see could we plant the seed of an idea of a Fleadh so that we would have an abundant harvest of goodwill and fun and music and joy. Again, it proves some people, small in number, if you have a dream, follow that dream. But if we all follow that dream together, then we are stronger. And therefore, as Jason said, and he has been such a good narrator here of the show, but when he spoke about building bridges, I always say about music, it's not just a combination of notes, it's a language of the soul. It speaks to everyone. It generates goodwill. It lifts our spirits when we're down. And that's why music is so important, and we heard it here. And when I saw the youngest of them traveling with the bands, I said that's tradition from generation to generation. This Fleadh Cheoil is titled A Fleadh for All, and that's exactly what it has been. And I would like to salute the Bands Forum. They have been wonderful partners with us right throughout this event. They lifted our spirits on so many different occasions here at the Fleadh. And when you think about it, by the end of this week, God willing, we will have had in the region of 800,000 people here. And the Fleadh has gone in all its elements, all its diversity, all its richness, all its creativity has gone to every corner of the world. Belfast, you're magic. Belfast, you're magnificent. Belfast, we thank you genuinely from our hearts. You've opened your doors and you've opened your hearts. Goramila Margav, thank you all very, very much.
And folks, I just want to draw your attention to another presentation which is going to be made from Comhaltas na hÉireann to Chairman of the Belfast Bands Forum, Darren Layton, a specially commissioned piece designed in Mullingar to mark the 75th anniversary of Fleadh Cheoil na hÉireann coming to Belfast. So Darren, if you want to come onto the stage and receive this award. Now folks, before we bring tonight's showcase to its conclusion, we've got one final spectacle for you. As the performers have made their way onto the main performing area, the Imperial Guard and the Loyal Flute Band will combine to play one of the most recognisable melodies in the Ulster marching tradition, the Sash My Father Wore. So for the last time this evening, clap your hands, tap your feet to the sound of the Imperial Guards and the Loyal Flute Band.